This is my reaction to the doodle that Okazono did on Twitter. This isn't my reaction to the new chapter. Let's go, let's go. Shiba mention, baby. So, new Shiba drawing, guys. We have that. Big day for me. And also, we had a new chapter today, which is what we're going to be talking about. It was a nice little chapter to serve as a little cool down of the Chihiro and Samura fight before we get to the Kamunabi headquarters. We're going back, but we'll get there in a moment. I love this chapter. Of course, 10 out of 10. You know me. Loved it. So let's talk about it. Let's get right on into this. I really like the blurriness from Chihiro's perspective that we get because of how tired and worn out he is. And Samura catching him is a really cute touch too. I really like that. And I love Chihiro's inner monologue of like, I need to keep going. I need to break it more so I can prove my point. Like, Bessie, you already proved your point. You're just tired and exhausted and you can't tell what's going on at this point. I really like that we get to see his actual like point of view now, because that's how he was seeing things in that moment. He was like being all badass and cool and like standing back up. Meanwhile, he actually can't see shit because he's got his like shit rocked so bad. I mean, he put up a really good fight, so I shouldn't say he got his shit rocked, but you know what I mean. Samura fixed Rose glasses. I pointed that out in my chapter 84 video. I was like, oh man, like Samura broke Rose glasses, how rude. And now he fixed them, so scratch that. There's this face that Chihiro makes. My sister and I called it Hakuri-isms. Because tell me this is not a Hakuri expression. Like, it's rubbing off on him. Like, first they smelled like each other, and now they're making the same faces. It's like, he wasn't even mentioned at all, my boy Hakuri, but like, he was to me. Because that expression that Chihiro made is so Hakuri coded. I love it. And I love Samura being like, with the N10, you can do it, Chihiro. Like, yes, you can, but it's nice to hear you say it. Good moment, of course. And Iori decking Samura. Well, I guess decking isn't the right word, but Iori punching Samura was freaking hilarious. My sister and I were cackling at that, and also the, duh, you abandoned me for years. Of course I've grown. Like, Iori popped off. I love her. Like, she was so funny for that. and valid, too. And then this, of course, it's, like, still a somber moment because she literally, like, yeah, you abandoned me for years. Like, obviously, that's not a very funny in concept, but I think it's played up kind of humorous, considering everyone else's reactions, like, around to even following that. But this kind of, like, funniness very naturally progresses into the somberness of Iori bringing up her mother and how she couldn't remember her last moments with her mom and the three of them all being together because her memories were sealed off, and how really fucked up that is for her. And so it's very valid of her to be frustrated with Samura about this. Of course, this is his fault. He made the decision to do the memory seal, and of course he thought he was doing what was best for them, but it's good to see him owning up to that mistake. And Iori confronting him about it, I think, is wonderful. And Samura is not perfect by any means, obviously. But watching him go from, like, bumbling, like, I'm sorry, like, eek, and, like, kind of, like, nervously sweating. Like, once again, it's supposed to be, like, a little funny, I think. But, seeing him going from that, like, awkwardness of, like, trying to father, but him, like, sweating and all the things, that to comforting Iori in her sadness and anger and just, you know, giving her a hug, patting her on the head, like, it's very good, very natural. Because I know sometimes stuff like that, where it's, like, a serious moment and a funny one with it at the same time, it can be a little, like, jarring. I think it works well in this scenario. I think it's a very natural feeling environment, because it should be a little awkward and almost jarring, because it's, like, you have Chihiro kind of on the outside of this, you have Iori's classmate who is completely like, what are you doing? Like, the Masumi are also on the outside of this. Like, you're having like an emotional moment and you've just got like 5 people standing there like, like it. So there is a humor to it. I think Samura comforting her is super sweet. The expressions here are once again amazing. And the same goes for Chihiro, who has to linger on this moment. No father of his own to hug him. while simultaneously being happy for Samura and Iori working out their issues and coming together as a family again. His expression there is just very, very good, and I think it gets all of the mixed emotions he's feeling across very well. Speaking of Iori's classmate, who I mentioned very briefly before, him saying, "I'm intruding, right? Yeah, it's obvious." Like, that was funny. That was so funny. I usually say this for like cool fighting moments, but this hard cut in the anime is gonna be so funny. And the Masumi hyping him up afterward too, being like, "No, like we couldn't have done that without you. Like you're literally our MVP." I love him thinking he's intruding and they're like, no, like you're literally the MVP of our fight, dude. Like, and I love that Moku is like literally always carrying people. Actually, that may have only happened one other time, but he carried Hakuri one time, and now he's carrying the classmate. Is it Ikaro? I completely forget his name. I could be wrong. I should have learned his name for this video. I'm sorry. But now I'm not going to bring him up anymore, so there's no point in looking up his name. But next time, I'll know it. All right. But yeah, no. I volunteer to be next for a Moku piggyback ride. I volunteer as tribute. I want to be the next piggybacker. I want... Sorry. I've said it like once before. Moku is so gorgeous. I love him. Speaking of the Masumi, Rose saying, "We have a bone to pick for sure, but Iori already slugged you, so we're good for now." Ro, I love you so much. That was really good. Then we have the group finally... My wrist just cracked like crazy. Wow. We have the group finally learning about the invasion. Woo! Big day for me. And probably you guys too, let's be real. I find it interesting to note, ding ding, that Samura assumes that this invasion is a backup plan for the Hishaku. So surely that means that there is some flaws and insecurities in this plan that we could take advantage of, maybe? Perchance. And then also Chihiro asking Samura straight up to act as his healer, basically. Like, okay. Everyone's saying that Samura was gonna get, like, literally in this chapter. How do you look now? How do you feel? Because I was always a doubter. Because people were like, Samura's gonna get stabbed in the next chapter. Shock value, whatever, right? I knew that wasn't gonna happen, and now he's part of the team. It's like that one meme that's like, what's this 55-year-old woman doing here? What's the polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? Like, the Seitai War ended 18 years ago and he's still here. I want to thank Ro for giving Samura his glasses back. We've got an equivalent exchange moment here. Ro gets his glasses fixed. Samura gets his glasses back. Equivalent exchange. Thank you, Full Metal Alchemist. I'm really glad Samura has his glasses back because no scars and no glasses, not having either of those made his face feel so bare. So I'm really glad we've got something going on there again because it was so empty. Not that he didn't look beautiful. He did, of course, but the glasses back on, I feel like it's so fitting for him. So I'm glad we have those back. Love the glasses. Love you, Ro. You're goated as always. What the hell is this? We got a Seitai War flashback, baby. We're gearing up. Let's talk about it. Let's talk. Back to my Chrissy Cross applesauce. All right. Seitai War flashback. Full double spread. Whew. Let's talk about it. Mwah! That right off the bat. There is so much to cover here. First off, what a page to flip to, bro. This random ass, just full double spread out of seemingly nowhere. I'm not truly saying it's random. It's obviously acting as a transition to the Sword Saint, which we'll get to in a second. But like at the time, I flipped to that and I was like, why? What? Like, why are we here? And my second point is that the spread is so dynamic. Like, it isn't only shocking to flip to because of its like randomness, but also because it's stunning. Like the broken building with Centipede floating around it, the Sword Saint on top, Everyone's surrounding it. It's peak. It's peak. It's peak. 3. Aruha mention. We're back, Aruha Nation. Not that we haven't been. Aruha got confirmed to be alive, so the nation really doesn't even need to be a thing anymore. But we haven't seen him in a few chapters, kind of, so... You know what? There always is a need for the Aruha Nation, because we can just always appreciate him always. Like, I think I'm gonna institute a holiday called National Aruha Day. And it's every day of the year. Let's go! 365. 365 Aruha girl bumping that. I'll shut up. Ignore that. Meet me in the Kagurabachi headquarters if you're bumping that. Number 4. Sorry. Hear me out on the Cloud Gouger wielder.
I agree.
Guys, I don't know if you could hear that. That was really funny. And now she's not even responding. Thank you, Macy. But, like, I need a face reveal ASAP because this view is already nice. Sorry. I'm just a girl. Okay, so then we got to the Kagurabachi headquarters. Ooh. And we learned that the Sword Saint has only spoken once in 18 years. And that only word was Magatsumi, which was during the Rakuzaiuchi. And now that bitch is standing up. That bitch is standing. The time is not nigh. The time is not nigh. Sit your ass down. We're going to Tokyo. Let's go to Tokyo. Hakuri and Chihiro are reuniting. They're reuniting, guys. Yeah. Aruha, Chihiro, Samura, and Hakuri group of 4. This is gonna be the most banging quartet since Hunter x Hunter, bro. But yeah, no. We are gonna have a banger group on our hands, I have a feeling. I'm so excited for Chihiro and Hakuri to reunite. The besties. It won't happen, but I want them to have a hug. I want them to see each other and just... Like, we know hugs are possible in this team of Kagurabachi. We've seen it before. It's not an impossible feat, guys. I know you can do it. Really, let's conclude my thoughts on this chapter. It was great. The ending is terrifying. Not the whole, like, let's go to Tokyo! I guess they're not saying it that excited, but when I hear, like, oh my god, we're going to Tokyo, I'm a Haikyuu fan, and so I'm like, we're going to Tokyo! Is that Tokyo Tower? No, that's a cell phone pole, you idiot! Like, that is my interpretation of, we're going to Tokyo! So, like, no, we're not gonna have a fun little volleyball camp and eat barbecue. That's not what we're doing. We're literally going into a government invasion. But I'm very excited for the next chapter. So, yes. Yeah. Now we're gonna get to my concluding thoughts. We're hitting the outro, folks. And before I tell you guys subscribe. Before I tell you guys to subscribe, I want to throw it out there. There's an anime premiering. Is that the doggy? There's an anime premiering right now, animated by the same studio rumored to be animating Kagurabachi. It is called The Summer Hikaru Died. Ambulance again. Who the fuck is dying? Other than Hikaru. Oh, I brought this for that too. Read it. No, don't read it. Watch it. Well, read it too. Do whatever you want. Do both. That's what I did. But yeah, I've read volume 1 through 5, which is what is released physically in the US. And I love it. I think it's so good. And the anime is only on episode 2 right now. And so far, that's also really, really good. They're doing a really good job adapting it. The intro is fire, by the way. They went way too hard on the intro. Like, really the definition of they did not need to go that hard. Because it's not like it's like a beat, like, action, like, anything like that. It's literally a horror manga. Like, if you want to have confidence in how good a Kagurabachi adaptation can be, this adaptation of The Summer Hikaru Died is super duper good so far. And so it's making me very, very confident that Kagurabachi will be a winner. Take that recommendation if you so please. And take this recommendation as well. Heed my warning. Listen to the podcast that I'm a part of, the Kagurabachi headquarters. I'm reading it like it's a scroll or something. I'm a jester. The laughs that we have on this podcast, we are going to be covering 3 chapters soon, so keep your eyes peeled. Boop. That was my scroll going up, guys. Subscribe And not for my misfortune, because lately I've been going, guys, please subscribe. My car got rear-ended. My phone's broken. All the things. Subscribe this time for my rise of happiness once again, because my phone is fixed. My car is fixed. The summer he grew died is peak. I'm watching Hunter x Hunter right now, and I love it so much. Kurapika, I'm obsessed with you, baby. I love you. My sister read my mind, and she also wants to get Mexican food tonight, so we're really living it up right now. I've been on the rise. We're so back. So subscribe for my happiness. Subscribe because I'm getting my good luck streak back, guys. We're almost at 400 subscribers. That too. We're almost at 400, which is crazy. My videos, oh my God, I don't want to jinx anything. So knock on wood. The videos lately have been popping off a little, at least for my standards. So that's really exciting. And I really, truly do appreciate your support, like, so much. Really, like, it makes me so happy. I love getting to talk every week about the manga that I love. And I love hearing what you guys have to say, so please comment. Comments are my favorite. I say that every single time. Comment whatever you want, and like this video as well, just like you like Kagurabachi. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye! What nation's back today? I already addressed the Aruha Nation. Misaka, the Cloud Counter user nation. We'll get that face reveal eventually. Whew. Whew. Awooga. Meow. Oh my God, who said that?